Hello everybody! You might have noticed that I'm really sweaty and out of breath right now, and that's because I just came back from the gym. And what better time to talk about masculinity than when you just came back from the gym? So, first of all, conflict of interest declaration. I am a vegan and I am a man. So, yeah, it would be kind of nice for me if veganism is at least as masculine as carnism, if not more so. And that does happen to be the case, but I would actually still be a vegan even if it was the most feminine thing in the world, and even if it turned me into a little soy boy twink. So first of all, people claim, or at least tend to think, that veganism is unmasculine because we just care about the cute animals and we're entirely governed by our emotions, and real men just put their empathy to the side and commit atrocities for their own transient sensory pleasure. Empathy is associated with veganism. Women also in general have more empathy. In my opinion, empathy is a positive trait though, and even though it can be applied both positively and negatively, men should try to embrace it where we can. Even if you have no empathy whatsoever, even if you feel devoid of empathy in your heart, even if you emotionally hate animals, you can still understand that animal abuse is wrong. And this is actually common with vegans. Some of us have the same emotional detachment to animals that carnists do at times, and that's pretty apparent to me. The difference is, even when we have that detachment, we know that it is morally reprehensible to needlessly commit abuse and murder. And the thing is, the accusation that vegans are governed by our emotions is an ironic one because the people who say that veganism is unmasculine have their emotions shut off for them by societal conditioning, and then they're governed by that lack of emotion. I don't care about animals is literally their best argument. Well, I don't care that you don't care. Look guys, I just solved every problem in the world by just not caring. In the 1930s, if we just didn't care about the Holocaust, it wouldn't be a problem. In the early 1800s, if we just didn't care about slavery, that wouldn't be a problem either. And it would have been great for our GDP, actually, because not caring about something makes it not an issue, right? Well, you know what? Maybe I don't feel an emotional connection to you. Is it okay for me to kill and eat you if I want to now? It's not masculine to not care about the suffering of the weak. It's not masculine to be apathetic. Men protect the weak and defenseless. So, to conclude this part, which was admittedly kind of messy, vegans can recognize and use our emotions, but we aren't controlled by them, unlike the people who typically say that meat is unmasculine. Something a little more lighthearted now. Is it masculine to not be able to get hard? Your Peter Piper stands at attention due to blood coming in from the penile artery. When you eat cholesterol, which is exclusively and abundantly found in animal products, the extra cholesterol ends up in your bloodstream. This is called serum cholesterol. This clogs your arteries, and this is the main mechanism how animal products cause heart disease, but it can also restrict blood flow to your weenie wonka. This doesn't only necessarily translate to on and off erectile dysfunction. This is a spectrum with various degrees of blockages, so my dick is harder than yours if you eat meat. Not only that, but vegan cum is powerful. It is strong. You have weak sperm. You are weak sperm. Bro, my cock is better than yours. Save your pickle by eating pickle. Next, societal conditioning and tradition. The thing is, upholding traditions is in isolation at least morally neutral. I understand the willingness to inherently trust the wisdom of the past, especially because ancient tradition is typically associated with masculinity. But that doesn't mean we ought to blindly follow something just because it has been done before. Otherwise, it would be hyper-masculine to perpetuate the great American tradition of owning black people. We're abolitionists soy boys. Is it not masculine to go against the social norm, to do what's right? Society is upheld by men who follow established tradition and social order, but it's built by men who break it. Next, never admitting that you're wrong isn't masculine. That's a woman's job, boy. What's next? Are you gonna make yourself a sandwich? That's a joke, but seriously, it takes strength to seriously think and reflect, and to admit to yourself that you're wrong, okay? I don't care about you admitting to me that you're wrong. I already know that you are. It's not masculine to act like a stubborn moron. There is no valid justification to needlessly abuse animals. I know that, and you know that in your heart. Okay? All the excuses, just put them to the side. There's no valid justification to needlessly abuse animals. Trust me, I've been actively looking for one for 6 years. Finally, what about hunting? And fishing ties into this as well. The paragon of masculinity. Hunting down a mammoth, outpowering and outskilling him in a survival situation in order to feed your tribe, which you, of course, are the leader of. And violence is masculine. That's the idea anyway. Well, guess what? It's not 2000 BC anymore. We're not in a survival situation where our life expectancy is 30 and we need to hunt in order to survive. You don't even do that, okay? You drive to the grocery store and buy a piece of mutilated corpse from a concentration camp. And if you do hunt, then you just shoot animals in the head. Where's the glory in that? You're abusing and murdering animals just for fun. Get with the times, grug. Senseless violence is not masculine. Otherwise, Jeffrey Dahmer would be an alpha male giga-chad. Don't let your personal insecurity about masculinity put an innocent animal in a gas chamber. Your manliness and muscle aren't going to shrivel up once you go vegan. Swap the animal abuse for nutritious plants and fungi. Be vegan.